At trial, my little sister got her own lawyer to show I had nothing. My parents. The words from Judge Ramirez hit me like a physical blow. The fluorescent lights above buzzed, a stark contrast to the thumping in my chest. I sat behind a heavy wooden table, scarred with decades of nervous initials, the sound of my own breathing suddenly too loud. My lawyer, Arthur Reynolds, continued to organize his meticulous files, a quiet pillar of calm. Across the aisle, my younger sister, Chloe, perched in her chair, a smirk playing on her lips, while her attorney, Julian Thorne, whispered in her ear. Behind them, my parents, Sarah and David, sat grim-faced. Sarah dabbed at her eyes with a crumpled tissue, a performance I knew all too well. David's jaw was set, that familiar, stubborn line I'd seen my whole life. I never thought it would come to this. Family court. Lawyers. A judge deciding which version of my life was the truth. Growing up in Denver, our 3-bedroom house on Maple Avenue wasn't grand, but it was ours. David bought it in 1989 for $78,000. It had a backyard where Chloe and I built snow forts every winter. Sarah worked as a dental hygienist, David managed a hardware store. We weren't wealthy, just comfortable. Chloe arrived when I was 4, a tiny bundle with dark hair and lungs that could wake the whole neighborhood. I remember watching her tiny fingers uncurl, feeling a fierce surge of protectiveness. She was mine to look after. That instinct, terrifyingly, never truly faded. By the time I was 16, the dynamic had shifted. Chloe, then 12, had mastered manipulation. She'd break something, blame me, and I'd end up grounded while she got ice cream. Sarah would sigh, "You're older, you should know better." David would just shake his head, retreating to his garage. I started working at 15, bagging groceries at Evergreen Grocers, saving every dollar in a shoebox. Colorado State University had a veterinary program I'd dreamed about since 4th grade. Chloe, meanwhile, seemed to get everything handed to her. New clothes, a laptop, even writing lessons because she once mentioned horses were pretty. Why do I have to buy my own school supplies? I asked Sarah one August afternoon before junior year. Her hands moved rhythmically, folding laundry. "You have a job, sweetheart." "Chloe's too young to work." My frustration simmered. "I'm saving for college." She just smiled. "College is years away. School supplies are now." So, I bought my own notebooks, pens, and a graphing calculator that cost a week's wages. Senior year brought acceptance letters, but Colorado State offered no scholarship. Tuition was manageable with loans, but I'd need help with housing and books. I showed David the paperwork, my hands shaking with a mix of excitement and fear. He barely looked up from the TV. "We don't have that kind of money lying around." I pleaded. "I'm not asking for everything, just maybe $1,000 to get started. I'll pay you back." He scoffed. "Your mother and I have expenses. The roof needs work. Chloe's braces aren't cheap." Chloe's braces had been paid off 2 years prior. I was asking for my future. He finally met my eyes. "You've got a job. Figure it out." I took out student loans that would follow me for decades. I moved into a dorm room the size of a closet, with a roommate who microwaved fish at midnight. I worked.